do here? Because it's already not too soon to be thinking about the NFL draft. I want to do a quarterback stock report with Jordan Rodgers because, as I mentioned, there are a lot of quarterbacks that we're looking at to be first-rounders next year, and some of them have not gotten off to the sorts of starts that we were hoping, and one of them is Drew Allar, Penn State. Saturday night, Jordan, the stage was so perfectly set up for him. It was not a great night. Where do we stand right now on Drew Allar?
Yeah, the stock is down. Look, when it looks good for Drew, it looks really good. Problem is we haven't seen it very much, and it's really glaring, his inability to create when things break down. You see that on third downs. You see it in the red zone where his QBR is 122nd and 128th in college football. And especially in the Oregon game, they didn't blitz him. They only blitzed on 16.7% of downs, but they had a 40% pressure rate. When you're a quarterback and it's four-man rush, you have to be able to create with your legs, break the defense down. And I think time and time again, we saw him hold on to the ball too long, and we saw him have an inability to make somebody miss or extend the play to the outside to help the defense get broken down and create explosive plays. He just wasn't able to do that. The big-time throws to the perimeter, every now and then you're like, man, that looks good. I think that's what we hold on to. But I think it's just inconsistency in making big plays happen when it's not perfect. And
maybe working against him is that in that very same game, you're looking at Oregon's quarterback, Dante Moore, and you're thinking, okay, that's what it looks like. Where is his stock right now?
Oh, I love this kid. His stock is through the roof right now. I think he's one of the best quarterbacks in college football. I love his ball placement, not accuracy, right? Accuracy is throwing it to the guy. Ball placement is throwing it away from the defense, setting guys up. You see him there making somebody misses the overtime winner. The play before that was had a free rusher, threw his guy upfield. So he gives his receivers so much information with the ball location and also his talent. He's able to put his feet in the ground with stuff in his face, noise in his face, make any throw, change his arm angle, ton of talent, ton of production, and I loved what I saw against Penn State.
He's super young, too. I think if the draft were held today, though, he would be the first pick. One more. Garrett Nussmeier began this season with everyone raving, oh, he's climbing up these boards, and now it has taken a step backwards. Where are we on the LSU quarterback?
Yeah, we're down on Nuss, and I'm the one that was probably leading the bandwagon, right? Saying he was going to be the Heisman hopeful. What we haven't seen is the deep ball, and I just think he's not 100%. When you watch Garrett Nussmeier, it looks like every throw he's throwing about 75%. You never really see him step into one and rip it like we saw last year. That was his superpower, is under pressure with guys in his face. He could create a great amount of velocity and accuracy. Every ball just seems to be fluttering towards the perimeter. The downfield throws, as you see the numbers here, are not what they were last year. And that's just not being inaccurate. Those balls aren't driving and landing downfield. They're coming up short. It doesn't look like he's 100%. He did hurt his ab or oblique in camp, re-aggravated it against Clemson. Brian Kelly has said he's healthy. To me, he just doesn't look it.
Let me get one more quickly. We have the breaking news, so we'll do this, but I still think it's worth doing because Arch Manning began this season as the most talked about player in college football, and then he had that tough go against Ohio State, and they really haven't played much competition since. But now it gets going again, beginning with this game at Florida, and you see the games he has coming up here. Louis Riddick is actually going to be on the call for the game at Florida, so I wanted his perspective as well. Jordan, what are we looking to see out of Arch Manning this weekend that will convince us, okay, all is well?
Yeah, make the easy throws look easy, right? I love that you see some of the confidence and the swagger come back from this kid because I think that was not there the first couple weeks with all the media pressure and the cloud over him of not performing up to the standard. We're seeing his mobility and confidence come back, but I want to see the easy throws look easy. His off-target percentage right now is 19%. That's the highest in the Power 4, and it's really those throws to the flat. The intermediate throws that he's missing because of his footwork, I want to see that be more consistent. He can make every throw. The confidence is back. Florida's a good defense, but he should be set up to have a big day as long as his fundamentals are back to what we're expecting to see.
Louis, you're doing the game. What are you watching for?
Yeah, I want to see a lot of the same things. I want to see consistency as far as his technique. You know, Jordan's talking about his feet. You can see it sometimes. Feet will get square and parallel. The ball kind of goes down in the dirt. He tries to change his arm angles sometimes. It doesn't look natural to him. I'll tell you what, if I'm Florida, this is what I'm doing. Every time I see Arch get flushed out of the pocket and he's trying to throw on the run, that's just not his thing. I would not want him to sit in the pocket and get comfortable off of play action where he can become a rhythm thrower. You let him do that, with the weapons that they have, he's probably going to tear you up. I'm sending the house after him. I'm making him move and making him throw on the move because I think he struggles doing that. There's a lot of questions he's going to have to face down here in the swamp. This could be a much tougher test than maybe what people think for Texas.
All right, with the breaking news, we'll have more on this that we will do a little bit later. Jordan, awesome. Thank you very much. We'll have more on these college games as we go.
You want this, you got that. No way, watch them walk right past you. Run fast while you have the chance.